This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good afternoon.
Shivam, have your seat here.
Thank you, sir.
So, don't be tense, be relaxed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. You are from Lucknow.
Yes, sir.
Lucknow is famous for what?
Sir,
habit-wise. Not materialistic or something.
Sir, habit-wise, Lucknow is very famous for its polite way of interaction.
Polite way
yes,
of interactions. Yeah. Okay, good. You have that kind of habit in you?
Yes, sir. It has came generally spending a lot of my childhood in Lucknow. It has came into my common language terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But now you are not polite, so polite. Now you are not polite. Is it true?
No, sir. I think I'm
because of
polite.
4 years in Delhi. Here the politeness goes, and that should go also. IIT Delhi. If you are in Delhi, you become a little not nationally, even international person like that. Okay.
Yes, sir. But I think, sir, you cannot take away your childhood.
It is true, but you cannot remain like. I am from Himachal Pradesh. People from Himachal Pradesh are very. But now you can see my behavior for serving so many years of 30. So that's a way that you cannot. You know? You are from chemical engineering.
Yes, sir.
And your subject is geology and?
Forestry.
Okay, forestry. What is the inner part of the earth?
Sir, the innermost part of the earth consists of its core, outer and inner core, which is majorly consist of nickel and iron. Sir, inner core is solid in nature, outer core is
solid or it is little viscous?
Sir, inner core mostly is solid, outer core is more liquid viscous in nature, because of which we get our magnetic field of the earth, flow of iron. Yes.
And what is the outer part of the earth?
Sir, outer part of the earth is the lithosphere, the crust that we have. Sir, crust and uppermost part of mantle, usually clubbed as an outermost part of our earth.
Okay. 3 types of earthquakes are there. Earthquakes, do you have read something about earthquakes?
Yes, sir, I have read about earthquakes. Mm-hmm. But sir, I have read about mainly 2 types, certain shallow earthquakes and deep earthquakes.
Mm-hmm. Which one is more injurious?
Sir, I'm unable to recall, but I would think the shallow one would be more.
Shallow is because it is on the lithosphere itself and it damages the whole law.
Yes, sir, intensity of wave.
Okay, okay. What is the, just say something about the reserve forest, protected forest, village forest.
Yes, sir. Sir, Indian Forest Act actually classifies this forest into these 3 categories. Sir, reserve forest best can be described as a recognized forest where everything is prohibited until unless permitted by the act or the government. In case of, sir, protected forest, almost everything is permitted until unless it is specifically prohibited. And sir, village forest are a set of forests where guardianship of the forest is provided to the villagers. They have to maintain the forest as well as utilize the forest for their livelihood.
Okay, good. Reserve forests. There is a Forest Act. Under which section they are declared as reserve forest?
Sir, I think reserve forests are created, sir, under section 2 because the first part of the act.
Reserve forest under section 20.
Section 20.
Okay, okay. Forest. We have forest fires. You have read that part.
Yes.
There is a crown fire, crown forest fire, ground forest fire, underground forest fire. Just say something about it.
Yes, sir. Sir, the ground fire forest occurs where there is a large amount of material, fuel source available in the ground, which catches fire. So they are usually seen in high altitude areas where pine cones and they get collected and they are efficient fuel source, and they somehow catch a fire and spread, and the fire does not reaches to the crown height. Crown remain protected, but the bark and the stem of the tree gets charred. In crown fire, sir, fire reaches till the crown, and entire crown canopy of the forest catches fire. Sir, underground forest fire, sir, I am not very well read about that.
Basically, in the forest areas where the organic matter is there, then the fire is there in the organic matter, and that is called underground, because it does not show its presence that fire is there. Right, only sir. Smoke is there, something like that, and at the end, at the top, then we see that there is a fire. So, and that is most injurious fire, that is most harmful fire, because entire that life support system of organic matter goes away.
Right, sir. Right? Yes, sir. Sir, I'll read more about it.
Yes, please. Okay. Just having an idea, which kind of roots which helps in filtration of water? Root portion you have studied in forestry.
Yes, sir. I did studied, but sir, right now I am unable to.
Okay, tap root system. Tap root means which goes deep into the.
Right, sir. Right.
And herbaceous roots, which catches the soil so that it should not, it should prevent the soil erosion. Right. Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Shivam.
Yes, sir.
You are from UP, right?
Right, sir.
What is the state bird of UP?
Sir, I believe state bird is sparrow or goraya.
Saras.
Saras crane, sorry sir, my bad. So Saras crane is the state bird of UP.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So there was this fiasco. There was this guy who got this injured Saras. Then he cured, started having, the Saras started living with that person. But unfortunately, that person was booked under Forest Act. Why was he booked under Forest Act? He did a good thing.
Sir, it can be said that he did a good thing, but sir, under the legal legislation that we have, having a bird in his own private area, restricting it, is a punishable offense.
He was not restricting, it's just that he tried to cure that bird, and the bird started loving that environment. The bird itself started living with him. He didn't held the bird captive. So where did he go wrong?
Sir, I believe when he did encountered the bird first, he should have informed the forest department and the veterinary services that are present with the department. They would have healed the bird as well. Without informing the department, sir, having a bird in his vicinity.
At the first place, why it is punishable that you're keeping the bird with you? There must be some logic, right?
Yes, sir. Because sir, if we allow for any certain reasons having birds or any kind of wild fauna with us in captivity or within the presence of a person, so they can be utilized for the purposes that won't suit them, that would be injurious to them. So they can be kept in captivity.
No, even if you don't keep these animals in captivity, still it is considered not good, and that's why punishable. Why?
Sir, probably because there is a distinction that we have created that the wild fauna, they belong to a certain ecosystem, and that is the desired
Who are
ecosystem.
we to decide that? And if at all we are supreme being to decide that, why have we decided that? What is the logic?
Sir, we have decided that because, sir, probably historically we have seen that human...
There is no historical fact. See, when you keep an animal with you or try to domesticate it, it loses its instinct, natural instinct.
Right, sir.
So that Saras bird had stopped, putting in effort to take the food. So it had started taking cooked food. That is not good for its well-being, right?
Right, sir. Understood.
So that is the reason it is considered punishable offense. So you have done chemical engineering.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, in Jammu we have found lithium, right?
Yes,
lithium reserve.
recently, yes.
Now, if you look at the world's highest lithium reserves, it's called the lithium triangle. It's Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina. Now, there lithium is found in a mineral form, salt form. Here it is found in a mineral form. What is the difference between the salt form and mineral form?
Sir, I would say the difference would be in a mineral form. It is present with a lot of inside an ore, and that ore contains a lot of other material as well, which we have to purify. Whereas in salt form, the lithium that would be available would be easier to extract.
Okay, we'll talk about it during feedback. So that's all from my side, Raviji.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Shivam.
Hello, sir.
Shivam, can you tell me what is a carbon sink?
Yes, sir. Sir, carbon sink can be defined as an entire area or any landscape which absorbs more carbon as compared to the amount of carbon that it emits. It will become carbon sink.
Okay, so which is the largest, like you said, landscape. So which is the largest carbon sink on Earth?
So I think it would be the Amazon rainforest.
Okay, okay.
And apart from yes, sir, oceans would also be one of the major.
So which one are oceans a bigger sink than Amazon forest?
Yes, sir. I think they should be, because due to the sheer size of the oceans that are present.
And how do oceans act as carbon sink?
Sir, they dissolve carbon first at the surface level through interaction. They also dissolve the carbon.
You are saying that carbon dioxide reacts with water and gets absorbed?
Sir, it gets dissolved to a certain extent. If the equilibrium is not achieved and more amount of carbon gets present in the atmosphere, since the equilibrium is not established between the liquid and the air, it gets dissolved to a certain amount of time. Sir, apart from that, the production through phytoplanktons, the primary production that the phytoplankton does, it is one of the major source of inducing carbon into the oceans.
All right.
Capturing carbon.
So how has, like we talk about climate change, global warming. So how has this role of oceans to act as carbon sink? They have altered the properties, oceans properties. What has been the impact on oceans?
Yes, sir. So since due to global warming, the sea surface temperature is rising. And sir, we know that that's the chemical property of water, that with rising temperature, the amount of dissolved gases reduces. So sir, since temperature is rising, the amount of gases capability of oceans to dissolve, to have the dissolved carbon dioxide reduces, so they release more carbon dioxide, more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. So
you are saying that the capacity of oceans to act as sink will reduce?
With rising temperature, yes sir, because dissolving.
But on the other hand, if phytoplanktons become more productive with the rising temperature, so don't you think that may outdo the other impact?
Yes, sir. I do believe to a certain extent it will do, but we have to read the trend where they cross each other.
Okay. And what are carbon markets? Have you heard that term?
Yes, sir. Sir, carbon market were the frameworks which were negotiated primarily through Kyoto Protocol and now through the Paris Climate Deal. The purpose of carbon markets were to trade the carbon emissions. Certain industry or certain country, if it is able to reduce their carbon emission, and certain other entities not able to reduce the amount of carbon emission, this trading can be done. And sir, using this trading, since it is a source of monetary benefit as well.
Okay, so you're saying the carbon certificates are issued and they are basically tradable. And what are the issues in the functioning of carbon markets? There are certain, certain environment activists who say that this is not a very good mechanism to be, for climate action. And
yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are their concerns?
Sir, their primary concern is defined as, I believe, as carbon leakages, where certain country outsources their pollution to certain developed countries outsource their pollution to other developing countries. So this is not a very holistic solution of the problem that the entire world is facing.
So they're saying that basically reduction is not happening, it is just shifting from one place to
It is shifting from one place to other place.
Okay, any other concern?
Sir, with Kyoto Protocol, there was a minor issue in continuation of Kyoto Protocol. There were certain unused credits.
All right, that's all from my side. I'll pass on to the chairperson.
Shivam, prepare everything related to UP. And see, this particular interview, since this is related to forest, whenever you are giving an answer, you must keep one thing in mind, and that is a sustainable development. Okay, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.